I've got some slides so that we can like stay on track. Let me find out where this is at. Okay, I'm gonna get out of Facebook. And I was on, that's for later. I was on my Mac doing the Canva, whatever. Dude, I can't see this and it drives me nuts. And then it wouldn't let me on. So then I got on my laptop. So now I have to pull it back up on here. So give me 2 seconds. You guys are seeing all the secrets right here. Okay, let's do this. First of all, before we start, we wanted to just shout out, this screen has got to go. This little thing right here is always in the way. Whoever runs Zoom needs to figure that out. Okay, so really quick, we wanted to shout out everyone who hit Success Club in January. This is our final Success Club award. You guys, look at all of those people that you've impacted because you show up and you're reaching out and you're inviting people to join you on this journey. Like that is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people every single month because we're showing up and doing the work. So I just want to congratulate you guys every single time I see the shout out boards and we see all of these names up there. Those points are people. Points are people. Points are people. If you always remember that, you'll never get weirded out by, I've got to hit Success Club. I've got to push for more. Yeah, we do, because we need to be reaching out to more people. We need to be getting the solutions in their hands. And that is what Success Club is. Okay. So congrats to everyone who made it on the board. If you didn't, let's get your name up there by the next call. And by Friday. Friday's our next shout out board. So might as well get it up there by then. Okay. So for tonight, we are going to create some massive clarity around what you want out of this, what you want out of life, and why you're even here. Because I will be the first to tell you, I'm like a poop or get off the pot type of person. So you're either here for the community, you're here for the accountability, you're here for whatever reason. That's amazing. I don't care if you ever sell a single thing. I want you here for the reason that you're here. But I want you to get so clear on why you're here and make the most of it. Okay. So I know lots of you guys, this is going to be really geared towards those that are like in it for the long haul, have big goals and dreams with the business, want to make a big impact, want to make a big income, and want to do something with this. So we're going to create some clarity. And before we can do that, I wanted to just read this. And a lot of this is coming, I'm going through Bob Proctor's Thinking into Results program right now. So this is the workbook, you guys. So this is what I study every single day. And it is literally blowing my mind how amazing it is. And I wish everyone could get it. But I'm going to just take a lot of the stuff through it. And then I'm going to actually walk you through the exercise that I did this week, because it is just so important that we start there with the foundation. Okay. So first, let me read this. Don't mute myself. Okay. You guys should screenshot this probably, because just screenshot it and then you can read it. Take a look at your belief system. It appears there are guards that have been commissioned by higher authority to arrest any forward progress in a person's life beyond the person's level of belief. These guards take their marching orders from the belief system itself, which is governed by natural laws of the universe. There is no growth beyond the beliefs that are held. If a person attempts to accomplish something beyond their level of belief, the mind will quickly and automatically create ideas and reasons justifying why it cannot be done. And those ideas will continue to flow until the project is abandoned. On the other hand, when a person believes something can be done, the mind will automatically, begin creating ideas that will pave the path to accomplishment. The great secret of progress then lies in belief. Let's start there. Okay. So why am I reading this to you? You guys need to understand, the more I talk to my coaches, the more I mentor closely with lots of coaches that feel like they're doing the things, they feel like they're showing up, they feel like they're whatever, and they're not progressing, they're not moving forward. It will always come back to this. It will always come back to the belief that you have in yourself the belief that you, just the belief of what this is for you and what it can be. And so that's where we need to start. And we're going to do a little exercise first for you guys to create some clarity around your own belief system, because it really is that important. Okay. So get out your notebooks, like I said, and we're going to just get to work. Okay. So this is going to be like a I talk, you do exercise. All right. So we're not going to go into this yet. I want you guys to answer these questions. In your notebook, there's 4 questions. 1, do I have good, sound reasons for my beliefs? And if you guys want to write these down and work on them later, because this took me a couple hours to complete this whole exercise. So write these down and then make this your homework for either tonight or tomorrow or whatever. Okay. Do I have good, sound reasons for my beliefs? Number 1. Number 2, where did my beliefs come from? Number 3, would changing my beliefs improve my life? And number 4, how do I change my beliefs? Okay, so you don't have to go through and answer this part because I want to go on to the goal part, but that part is really, really important that you take time, because you guys, this is why I created the tracker. This is why I put right with your non-dominant hand that statement. This statement right here. Dang it, it's not on that one. It's on the tracker. Who has it? Let me see. I think it's on my screen. Let me see if I can find it, because it really is important. I'm getting out of this. Here it is. Let me see. Okay, I am so happy and grateful now that I realize my spiritual DNA is perfect and that perfection is within me. I begin each day looking for areas of my life where I want to see that perfection expressed habitually. Now, why would I put that on a business tracker? Why is that important that you guys write that every single day? Because I know how powerful our subconscious mind is. The more that I learn about this, the more powerful I see. When you truly understand that you are a perfect being, that you are created in the image of God, whether or not you're religious or not, you are a perfect human being, where we have perfection in us that is just trying to be expressed. It's trying to, we're becoming. That's the whole purpose of life, is to grow and evolve and to challenge ourselves and all of those things. So if we understand that at the foundation and the core, then it starts to reprogram your brain and get rid of all of the viruses that we have of we're not good enough, we can't do this, we're not capable, we this, we that, all of the negative crap that is just total BS. That will start to reprogram in your brain that you are a perfect being, that you can do it, you're capable. And there's 2 questions that we'll ask at the end as far as goals go. But I want you guys to understand the tracker that I created is legit. And if you don't follow it, I'm going to have to pinch you, okay? Because I know that everything on there is there for a reason. And I just want you to trust me and just do it, okay? So let's chat about goals. Now, this is something that I also put on the tracker. And what you need to understand, so when you'll see it, it says your goal card, right? And I put on there that this is your C-type goal. I am so happy and grateful now that, and then you write your C-type goal. Well, let me explain that, because I know there's questions, and I talked about it on the explanation of the tracker. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you go back and watch that ASAP. But basically, there's 3 type goals that we set: A-type, B-type, and C-type. An A-type goal is what we know we can do. We've probably already done it. It's really achievable, doesn't push us at all. Basically, like, I'm going to, I don't even know, I can't even think of an A-type goal right now. I'm gonna run a mile. That would be like an A-type goal. Okay, I know how to do it. I know what it looks like. I've done it before. Sweet. Go run a mile. Yay. Okay. A B type goal is something that pushes you, but you're able to plan it out. You're able to map it out. You know what it looks like. Diamond, even 2-star, 5-star, those are very B type goals. You can identify your coaches who are builders. You can identify how many coaches you have, how many you need, what it looks like, how many you would need to recruit each month. That's a B type goal. It pushes you. It's going to help you grow. It's great, but it's still very plannable, right? A C-type goal, and this was where I was like living in type B goal land my whole life, living in type B goal land. I didn't realize that every once in a while I would allow myself to set a C-type goal, but it wasn't on purpose. I wasn't going there because that's what I thought would push me. I was going there because I just didn't really know any better, and it sounded like something like when I set my husband's vet school tuition, pay that off goal. That was C-type. That was like, I don't even know how much we owe. I just know it's a whole lot of money. It doesn't make sense. I don't like, that was a C-type goal. Those are the goals that drive us. Those are the goals that if you don't have a C-type goal right now, as far as life and business goes, it's no wonder you're not showing up doing your shiz every single day, because it's the C-type goal that gets you out of bed. It's the C-type goal that pushes us to get uncomfortable. It's the C-type goal that stretches us and forces us to grow into who we need to become in order to achieve all the things we want in life. So we're going to create some clarity around your C-type goal. So this is what goes on your weekly tracker. Okay. This is what you're looking at every single morning. Every single morning you're reading through this. I am so happy and grateful now that, and then you write your C-type goal in the present tense. So do not write your goal yet. I'm going to have you do a little exercise first. Okay. And this is going to be fun. So get out your notebooks again. And I want you guys to, we're going to brain dump. Okay. So you're going to make 2 lists. And I want you guys to get clear on what you want most. Now, this is not very natural for a lot of people. It's not, it's really, you'll notice that as soon as you start to want something, immediately you'll kind of take a step back and go, I don't need that. That's too big. Oh, that's too much. And that's what you need to be mindful of, because if you want it, the desire is on your heart for a reason. And we need to allow ourselves to want the really big things, because it's the wanting the really big things that push us to level up. Okay. So I'm going to read this part and then we're going to just have a few minutes, because I want you guys to actually go through this part. And it says, type C goals are your wants, what you really want. What do you really want? What is it? What is it you would like very much to be, do, or have? Even though you may feel it is for one reason or another somewhat beyond your reach at the present time. Allow yourself to relax, let your imagination wander, fantasize, create a shopping list of your wants, include personal and professional. So you're going to have 2 separate lists. One that's personal, your home life, your family, your relationship, your things like that. And then one that's specifically business and what you want out of that. And it says, as you're fantasizing, do not give one speck of mental energy to how this goal is going to be accomplished. Do not concern yourself with where the money, the time, the assistance you may require is going to come from. Attempting to think of how will either limit or destroy the fantasy. Just think of what you want. So we're going to just do this for, we'll give you 5 minutes, and you're making 2 lists, all of the things that you want, you guys. And I want you guys to just let yourself go there. Okay. Do not limit yourself. If it's on your heart, it's there for a reason. Go make your list. I will come back and talk in 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to actually go over mine too, because I just did this the other day. Okay. Be back in 5 minutes. Okay, you guys, I hope you probably have more to write, but we're going to move on. And I want, if you guys didn't finish that, definitely finish that afterwards. But now I want you guys to go and look at each of your lists, and I want you to identify what you want most. There's usually one, it's kind of like Chalene Johnson's push, like when she calls it your push goal. There's usually one goal that kind of overarches a lot of the others. Like if you get this one thing, it's going to drive everything else, and it's going to allow you to get a lot of the other things on your list. So I'm going to read this part really quick. And he just says, from each of these lists of wants, select one that you want more than anything. It's essential that you choose something special. Is someone unmuted? Someone mute yourself if you can. Something you personally feel very drawn to and is important to you. You must want it. You must really want it with your heart and soul. It is also important that your wants, that the wants you choose are in harmony. They must not pull in opposite directions. So you can't be like, it can't just be polar opposites. Like I want to do this in my business and I want this in my personal life, and they can't be like polar opposites, right? They've got to like be interweavable. So I want you guys to identify your two, one for each. And then this is how you're going to create your C-type goal, right? And then we're going to do one more thing, one more little activity once you write those down. So comment in the chat thread once you've written your one most important thing from each section. So I know that lots of people have done it, and then we can move on. Cool. If you guys want to share them, that would be even cooler. Is that scary? I want to hear some of these. Take more family trips. It is hard to pick one. And Debbie, just understand like the one that's going to drive the most of the others. You know what I mean? More family time, more full-time coaching, no more day job, be on the national wake-up call. Yeah. Retire my husband, $1 million club, pay off debt, work for self, coaching full-time. Jamie, make sure when you're setting your goals, don't choose pay off debt as your goal. Make sure it's be financially free. You never want to like focus on the negative. All your brain will hear is debt, sweet, debt. You want to say be financially free. So yeah, just be mindful of that, because our brains are tricky little suckers, you guys, I swear. Triple my income, financial freedom, welcoming beautiful home that's always hosting thriving. Oh, I love it, you guys. Buy land and build our dream home and have freedom, travel wherever, whenever we want. So financially secure that I don't have to friggin' check my bank account ever again. Love it, you guys. Okay, so now one more exercise before we move on. You are going to take your C-type goal, and you are going to, this would essentially be like your vision, okay? If you have the Rise Up Planner, this would be like when you write your vision and you're writing it as if you're living in that space, okay? So it says it's very important that you give all of your mental energy to the building of the image of the good that you desire. Our brains are so image focused. Like you need to literally visual. This is why 5 minutes of visualization is part of the tracker. You're reading your C-type goal. You're doing your gratitude list. You're visualizing your C-type goal. And if you do this next exercise, I would just read through this, and I would be visualizing it as you're reading through this or listening to it if you record yourself, and you start to create this mental picture that you freeze in your brain. And your brain does not know, your subconscious does not know reality or something you make up. So if you do this repetition every single morning, you're seeing this vision, you're seeing what you're creating, what you're thriving towards, what you're working towards. That is what you will naturally gravitate towards. That's the laws of the universe. That's how it works. And it starts to change your behaviors. It starts to change how you show up. Okay. It's really powerful. So he says, begin to think about these wants as an image in your mind. Write about these wants existing in your life in the present tense. See yourself in possession of whatever it is that you want. So that's what we're going to do right now for the next We'll just spend 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes. I am so happy and grateful now that, and it's that your personal and professional wants are happening. So you're writing it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is your day? How do you spend your day? What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by? Just go to town. Like, let yourself live in that moment of how it's going to feel and what it's going to be when you reach all of those things you just shared with me in the chat box. Okay. 3 minutes and then I'll come back. Okay, you guys, whoever's unmuted, mute your line or I'll kick you off. I'm so nice. They don't even know who they are. That's the hard part, and I can't find them. Okay, one more minute. Okay, you guys. Moving on. All right, we already did this. Okay. So they talk about there's 2 things. I'm going to explain the goal thing really quick because this is powerful. He talks about, so you start, your C-type goal starts as a fantasy, then it moves into a theory as you play with it a little bit, and then it moves into fact. So the way that this whole process works, just so right now, I know lots of you guys are like, you can't get into this yet because you're like, this just seems so far off. I can't even, this isn't even real. You're not committed yet. I know it. Okay. So this is how it works. This is science, you guys. He says to exercise your creative faculty, your imagination, you begin by building a fantasy. You mentally begin to play with that fantasy until you start to take it seriously. And this happens, you guys. This has happened for me 100%. The things that I set as my C-type goal at first were like, why am I even setting that? That's so dumb. That's whatever. Like what? And then it's like, okay, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, like let's do it. And then it just becomes like, I'm doing it. And I don't know why. I don't know how it works. It just does. Okay. So it says, then you flip from using your imagination to using your reasoning factor, another one of your intellectual faculties, and you start to build the idea more clearly. This is where the image turns into a theory in your conscious mind. Now, before the theory can become a goal, you must ask yourself these two questions. The first question is, am I able to do this? And the second question is, am I willing? Now, we all know, hopefully at this point, that you're able. Every single person is able to do anything you want in life. You might not have the skill set yet. You might not have the confidence yet. You might not have the social media following and all the things that you feel like you have to have in place before you start to believe. None of that matters. You are able, so you can therefore believe right now and have unwavering faith that you are capable of doing everything that you want in your business and in your life. The next one is the important one, and that's where it'll make you a break here. Are you willing? Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to do what it takes for long enough? And I love that. If you guys haven't read this, I've been raving about it for months now. The miracle equation is all about this, having unwavering faith. That's believing that you're able. And then the second part is the action. And that's the, am I willing? Am I willing to do what it takes for, and he always talks about, for as long as it takes, no matter what. That is his commitment to his goals. And he says, stay committed to your process without being emotionally attached to your results. I was just talking to some of my girls about this today. You cannot tie your emotions to the results every single day. That is what leads to the emotional roller coaster in this business. You cannot tie your success and your worth and your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, fill in the blank on if you sold a challenge pack, if you signed a coach, if you hit Success Club, blah, 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 blah. Are those things important? Absolutely. But are you still a good coach if you show up and you add value and you post with purpose and you connect with humans and you're a positive light and you make someone's day better and you build relationships? Absolutely. You're still just as good of a coach that day as you are on the day that you sell a challenge pack. So stop letting yourself feel down or discouraged on the days that you hear no, 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 no. Who cares? You just did your job. You just reached out, you planted all the seeds, you showed up, you added value, and you did what you were supposed to do that day. You can be check the box off as I showed up. I was committed to my process and I did it. I completed the tracker. Okay. And then he says, every result is preceded by a process. And as long as you stay committed to that process over an extended period of time, your success will eventually become inevitable. If you guys truly understood that this is 100% fail proof, if you believe in yourself and you commit to this tracker, there is no goal that you cannot achieve if you do that. There's just no goal. If you don't trust yourself, trust me, because I've been around the block and I know what works. Okay. So ask yourself, are you willing? Are you able? Okay. And if you're not willing, well, then don't be frustrated when you're not getting the results you want. And that will just free up everything right there. But if you're feeling any sort of frustration, it's because something's not matching up. Your actions aren't in alignment with your goals. Your behaviors aren't in alignment with your words, whatever it is. Okay. So I need you guys to make a decision. And this is where we're drawing a line in the sand tonight. Whatever your C-type goal is, are you willing and are you able? And if you are, what is your process? And that's the thing that you need to get clear on. And that is why I created this, you guys. I'm like, okay, I know I have girls that want it. I know I have girls that are willing. I know I have girls that are able. what is the missing freaking link? And it's the dang process. Every time I talk to you, it's, well, I was doing really good until I wasn't, and I've kind of fallen off, and I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. And it's the same message over and over and over. And you guys, if you would just freaking stop that and you would just make a committed decision, everything else will fall into place, and you'll create the momentum, and you'll create the flow, and you'll create all of the good things that you want. I want to talk about, Bo Easton talks about in the book, dude, it's so good. And he talks specifically about two things. Specifically, he talks about his 20-year plan, right? He says, can you commit to what you're doing for 20 years straight? Because this is also what I see. Lots of people will go like balls to the wall for 3 days and then drop off because they got burnt out and overworked and stressed and whatever. You can't do that either. You've got to just commit to the simple process that is completely sustainable every single day for 20 years. And that's what Bo is saying. Don't expect it to happen any faster than that. Now, in our business, luckily, if you actually show up and did this, it will not take you 20 years. That's for dang sure. But even if it did take you 20 years to build $1 million business, wouldn't it still be worth it? I think it probably would. In 20 years, your kids would be freaking set up. You would be able to do anything you wanted for the rest of your life. Like, that would still be worth it, even if it took 20 years to build $1 million business. And it won't take that long if you're committed to this process and the growth, right? And that's why the growth aspect is a part of something that we do every single day. And then he talks about the 66-day challenge. You guys, I challenge you guys to 30 days because I know, and Miracle Equation does 30 days. Bo up the ante to 66 days. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. This is game on. So he says, there's something in your life right now that is taking up space and is not moving you closer to your goal. Every single one of you, I want to see it in the chat. Every single one of you has something in your day right now that you're spending time doing that is distracting you from your goals, that is not moving closer to what you want for your family, what you want for your dreams, what you want for your business. And it's throwing everything off. So he talks about for 66 days, he says you're going to nix that completely, totally off. You're going to quit it. Quit the thing that is throwing you off, except for the day job that is paying your bills right now. You can't quit that yet. But you're going to, everyone has it. If you watch Bachelor, dude, don't even with me right now. I watch Bachelor, but you know what? I do my shiz first, okay? So if you're sitting here telling me you watch Bachelor or any of the Netflix shows or any of the things that are literally not doing anything for your life, don't even for a second tell me that you don't have time to build your dreams, okay? So let's just get real for a sec. 66 days, are you committed to not doing something that you're currently doing and replacing it with intentional action that's going to move you forward? Who can commit to 66 days straight? Straight, you guys, straight. Debbie's committing. Michelle, Aaron, Maria, Lauren, Christy, Veronica. I love it. You guys, I'm serious. It's not hard. Success in this business is not hard. It's simply drawing the line in the sand. Okay, I want to have a couple girls. I'm going to stop my share. Chat with us for a sec. Mainly because I knew you guys would be sick of listening to me by now, but also because I'm inspired by them and I know you guys will be too. So where's Autumn? She's first. Will you talk so I can find you?
Here I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just don't know where you're at. Hold on. I'm finding you. One sec. Like wave your hands or something. Oh, I see you. Okay, there you are. All right, you guys. I'm going to make her big. Can you guys see her bigger now? Wait, now I see Shay. Okay, can you guys see Autumn? I don't know. I can at least, so that's good. Okay, this is my coach Autumn, and I was chatting with our threads the other day and just having a really honest conversation about why they're not where they want to be, like what's holding them back. And I just really, really was wondering like how I can better help them reach their goals. So we were having a really honest conversation, and Autumn was just talking about kind of her journey and how things have shifted since she started. And then she kind of went through a period where she almost quit. And then she went like she had like a mindset shift after that. So Autumn, I want to hear from you. What changed between when you started to that period of when you were kind of dabbling and like wondering if this was for you and if you wanted to do it? And then what changed to make you kind of just go all in with it?
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like whenever I started for really selfish, I guess, reasons, like a lot of us do, as in I just really wanted to like get my nutrition in check. And I had struggled. I had been a yo-yo dieter for over a decade. I had done every single nutrition program thing out there that you could think of, incredibly unhealthy things, juice fasts for 2 weeks, like not eating carbohydrates for months, like really, really just terrible, awful things. And so when I started, I was just looking for a solution to get healthy, and that was it. So when I started talking to Micah, she was telling me about 2B mindset. That's what I got started with. And as we were chatting about it, she was like, oh yeah, there's this whole coaching thing that you could, make some money with, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'll sign up as a coach and maybe I'll do it. But in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, I don't really care about that. That's not going to work out for me, whatever. So I just got started with the program, and within just a few weeks, I was literally in love with 2B mindset. I was seeing awesome results, and I was literally like, this is something I can do my entire life. This is like the answer to all of my problems. Like, I love it, and I want to tell people about it. And so at that point, that's when I was like, okay, maybe I should look more into this coaching thing and actually take that serious. So I'm the type of person that if I decide that I'm going to do something, I'm going to commit to something, then I'm all in, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it happen. So I pretty much just did in the very beginning there, whatever Micah said. I just went through all of the trainings, invited all of the people, had quite a bit of success right there at the beginning. I was a success starter, was hitting good, decent numbers in Success Club. And then a few months in, so I'm also I'm a full-time veterinarian. And so Beachbody, I have huge goals with Beachbody now. But when I first started, and even when I first started coaching, it was one of those things where, yes, like I know that this can change my life, but I don't necessarily need it to change my life because I have a career, I have success. I went to that school for, 10 years. Like, I don't have to work another 10 years or however long for this, And so I went through a little period there where I think that basically my goals just didn't align. I think I was stressed out about all of the things that you have to do to keep your business going, and I was just really feeling like, gosh, do I really want to do this? Is this something that I am really willing to do? Do I really want this? And so chatted with Micah, and I was like, I think that I want to quit for X, Y, and Z reasons. And she was like, well, I'm going to support you no matter what you do, but I think you just need to get really clear on your goals and what you want with this and what this can do for you. And so after that conversation, that was kind of where I sat down and was like, okay, what do I want here? Like, what do I want out of this? Is this something that I really want? Do I want this to change my life? And that was where I really drew the line in the sand and was like, okay, I know that big things are possible with this. I, have the possibility to be 100% financially free with this much sooner than I do as a veterinarian. And so not to mention all of the other benefits that come with it, but that is being 100% financially free. That is free. That's my driving force. That's above all other things. Like, that is what I want for my family, because I know that being financially free will drive all of the other things that I want, or that I want for our family. And so that was where I just drew that line in the sand, and I was like, you know what, if Micah can do it, and Ashley Molstead can do it, and all of these other coaches can do it and reach goals and just do it, then there's absolutely no reason why I can't.
So what changed? How did your actions change when you finally like had clarity around what this was for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at that point, I basically just made sure that every single freaking day I was doing the tracker and all of the essentials, and every single ounce of extra time that I might have, I was doing something that was driving my business forward. Like, did not go to bed at night if the things were not done. And you guys, it is not easy. I mean, there are days that I get up at like 3:45 in the morning and I get my stuff done, because I often work a 12-hour day. And once I get to the clinic and I am at work, there's no guarantees that there's going to be an opportunity to do anything. I mean, some days I don't even get to answer messages for 10 hours. And I try not to do that, but sometimes that is just the way that it is. So there are days that I get up at 3:45 and I get all of my stuff done. I also do CrossFit on top of doing Beachbody workouts, on top of doing my business, on top of being a veterinarian. I also have horses. I also do rodeo. We also have a bunch of animals. We have 5 dogs, 2 cats, no kids, but between all of those things, you know, I stay busy. So I make it happen no matter what.
I think the thing that I saw most, it was like, even in your posts and in the way that you showed up on social media, like, you like leveled up in so many ways when you committed. I don't know if maybe you like started really upping your PD or upping, like, I saw your confidence grow. I saw like you became like a next version Autumn, like right before my eyes. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, what is going on here? This is amazing. But it really is like, you've been so consistent. You've like truly grown like in so many ways. And that's the thing, is like, there is no stopping you. Like, you will get everything that you want out of this because of your commitment to just those essential basic things.
Yeah, I think it just all comes down to, like, you have to decide that you want it. You have to decide that you want it. I mean, just like what you were saying, Micah, you have to decide that you want it and that you're not going to stop until you get it. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you or what you have to do in between. It doesn't matter what roadblocks you come up against. It doesn't matter what you have to push through. It doesn't matter what sets you back. It doesn't matter if you go off track or off course for a little bit. You somehow find your way back on, and you literally just don't give up. It does not matter. There is nothing that can stop you. And then once you make that decision, there is nothing that is going to stop you. Just isn't.
It's so true. And that's where it's powerful, because when you have that commitment, like, obstacles are going to come regardless, but you get creative, like, you figure it out, you move past it, you grow, you like, that's just life. Like, that's what life is. Oh, I love it. Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to hear from you because I love you.
Welcome.
Okay. Is Amanda on here? I don't know if she's on or not. I know it's late where she's at, and she didn't answer my message when I asked her. If she's not, it's okay. Is Amanda Trojan on? I don't think she is. Okay, that's okay. Let me go back to this really quick and share this. Okay, so I want you guys to, like, Autumn had that. I'm just gonna leave it on this because I don't want to make it big. Autumn had that. Can you guys see this? Okay. That moment of clarity, right? Where she was literally gonna quit. And I was like, and of course, you guys, just like she said, I'm not here to like convince you to do this. I don't want to like pull anyone along, but I also believe in every single one of you, probably far more than you believe in yourself. And I need you guys to lean on that belief until you build belief in yourself first, because I know what this opportunity is for everyone, not just for some of the people, for everyone who is willing to do the work. And the work, lucky for us, is the same work that it takes to grow as human beings and to level up ourselves. Have you guys realized that in every single PD book, when they talk about every business book, when they talk about things you need to do to make sure you're taking care of yourself and living your best life, they're like, make sure you're moving your body and wake up early and master your morning and fuel your brain and with positivity and surround yourself with a community of people who I'm like, dude, that is freaking coaching. Like, hello, they line it out. Every freaking book tells you every successful person needs what we have. And we literally take it for granted every single day, right? Okay. So I want you guys, I brought this up in one of my threads, and I just want you guys to be mindful of this because it's something to be aware of. I said this decision and your commitment to the process is what decreases the resistance and the feelings that you're trying to avoid that have kept you from being consistent up to this point. Feel those feelings, feel the anxiety, feel the fear, feel the nerves, feel all of the things that you feel when you show up on social media to do a post, or when you go to someone's inbox to shoot them an invite. Feel those feelings and push through them with action, because I promise you, the more you do it, the less those feelings will come up. And that's the resistance that you're feeling right now. And it's the thing that's holding you back from getting everything else you want in life. So is that feeling of being scared or nervous of what they're going to think of you, or nervous about being rejected, does that mean more to you than all of those type C goals that you shared with me in the chat thread? Because that's what you're telling yourself every single day when you show up and you don't do the essential things. You're telling your family that avoiding that feeling is more important than firing your boss and getting home with them full time. You're telling them that feeling of being nervous about doing your post and avoiding that is more important than paying off all of your medical bill debt that is stressing you the crap out and keeping you from moving on to the next phase of your life. That is what it is, you guys. Let's just call it what it is. So I want you guys to understand, this book is so freaking good, you guys. I'm only like 30 pages in. Go get it. Let me stop sharing because we're done with this. Go get this book. It is so good. And it's called Fear is My Homeboy by Judy Holler. And she basically just talks about, we don't need to be fearless. We do not need to have no fear in our life. I still have so many reservations and fears and little things and those little inklings of like nerves in my belly, but I do it anyway, because I know on the other side of that is every freaking thing that I want in my life. So she's teaching you, you're not trying to get rid of those feelings. She says, fear is my homeboy. You're trying to like get comfy with it. You're trying to just make it your norm. You're getting used to it. You're like, hey, fear, I see you. I hear you. But you know what? I'm going to stick it to the man and I'm going to do it anyway because my kids deserve it and my dreams deserve it. And the women out there that need me deserve it. Right? So you guys, like, I get that this business is kind of scary sometimes, but it's so simple. It is so simple. And we have so many incredible human beings on our team. And this year when I was talking to JD about team goals and all of those things, I'm like, babe, I feel like every single month I'm like, who can I find to help? Who needs this in their life? But I'm like, I am sitting on all of these girls who are in it, who are committed, who have big dreams, who want this, and they're not owning up to what they want, what they believe in. So that has been my biggest focus this year, is like, how can I just really mentor the crap out of my team to believe in yourself so that you can take the action it takes to level up your life? Because if you're willing, we already know you're able. If you're willing, you can do everything that you want and more. Believe me, the things that I've accomplished were never even on a vision board. I didn't even think they existed for normal human beings. I didn't even understand that it was possible. So right now, your type C goal, girlfriend, you're going to achieve that. And then you're going to go on to like some type Z goals, because right now our brain only sees so much. And as you grow and as you evolve and as you develop and as you level up, then so will your goals. So yes, go type C right now, but understand that there is so much more in store for you when you are able and when you are willing. Okay. So after this call, get off, do your homework, like get so freaking clear on everything you want. I kind of want to read just some of mine because I'm just going to read through a couple because I think it's important that you guys understand things that we get to work towards. Okay. So this is my initial list. This is my brain dump. Okay. Don't hold it against me. I didn't scan this. This kind of makes me nervous. I want to fully enjoy what I do every single day. I want to create amazing memories with my family. I want to see the world. I want complete time and money freedom. I want to leave a legacy for generations to come. I want to spend our summers at the cabin. I want a passionate marriage with JD. I want to raise incredible children who make a difference in the world and are happy. I want to make over $2 million a year. I want a strong testimony of my Savior and to be an instrument in the Lord's hands every single day. I want to have over $250,000 of passive income every single year. I want my extended family to feel financially fit and be so successful through their own Beachbody businesses. I want to mentor 5 PS coaches to $1 million businesses. I want to mentor 50 PS coaches to 6-figure businesses. I want to add 20 coaches every single month to my team. I want to raise people's awareness around what they can do to improve their health, happiness, and finances every single day. I want to eat healthy as my norm and walk past junk food without struggle or feeling like I even want it. I want to instill belief in every single person I come across. Like that was my initial brain dump. So like, it's not one size fits all. We have, like, you can want whatever you want, you guys. Those aren't like, I'm not saying I want a yacht and great. If you do want a yacht, that's amazing. But like, want what you want and let yourself want it. And then know for 100% fact that it is happening, because you are going to show up. You're going to trust me because I know what freaking works. You're going to trust me. You're going to do the things. You're going to do the things that your leaders say. And you are just going to commit to this. And you're going to stop the back and forth, up and down, in and out, blah, 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 crap, because that is just wasting your time. So let this be your poop or get off the pot moment, where if you're like, yeah, I really don't want anything. Like, I just don't. Like, cool. That's cool, but this probably isn't for you, because we are like the movers and the shakers and the go-getters and the world changers. Okay. So I'm just so fired up about this year. I know we're capable of huge goals, you guys. I know we're capable of changing like way more lives than we're touching right now. I want Beachbody in my professional want list. Oh, I didn't even read that one to you guys. I'll read that one really quick. I want to lead a top 3 team. I want to be a superstar 5. I never said that out loud before. I want to be a superstar 5 coach. I want to mentor millionaires. I want to raise the number of elite PS coaches every single year. I want Beachbody to be a household name that everybody knows. I want to live by my business hours and still crush my business goals and my family life. So that's what we're working towards, you guys. Working towards mentoring millionaires and raising all of the elite coaches, because that is when I know that my girls' lives are freaking changed. My girls' lives are freaking changed when they hit those milestones and when they hit those goals. And we're making it happen. We're making it rain. And guess what? My girls can't get there without you guys. because that is what this is. And that's why it's so powerful. My girls can't get to elite without 5 diamond coaches. My girls can't get to elite without their coaches hitting Success Club. My girls can't do the things without their girls doing it and their girls doing it and their girls doing it. And that's why the beauty of this is like set huge freaking goals, because in order for you to hit that tippy top goal, you are going to have to touch so many freaking lives. And that's why it's so fulfilling and so powerful. Okay. Okay. All right. I gotta go. I love you guys. I have mentor calls to get on. You guys are in for a treat. You got fired up, Micah, coming at you. But just get off here, create some freaking clarity, draw the line in the sand, and just do the work. It's not hard. It is not hard. There are so many things in the world that are harder than this, you guys. All we have to do is show up, share our story, connect with humans, empower them, love them, give them a solution that will change their life, and then support them for the rest of their life. It's not hard. And it will create every single freaking dream that you have right now. Okay. All right. Love you guys so much. I know lots of people couldn't get on the call. I'll get this recording out and you guys can push it out to your teams. Okay. See you back here in a month. Yee! Bye, you guys.